The factory air is thick with machine oil and damp wool. For 10 hours, women stand at their posts, hands moving in a rhythm that hides their exhaustion. The looms clatter, drowning out any conversation. At the end of the month, there's no cash, just a sack of corn, sometimes mixed with potatoes. This is the reality for countless North Korean workers, laboring not for money, but for survival. Payment in kind, called daemul, is now the norm. The state can't afford to pay in currency, so it pays in grain. For these women, the corn is both a blessing and a burden. It feeds their families, but can't buy medicine or school supplies. The system is deliberate. The state needs factories to appear operational, and citizens to be employed, even if only on paper. Grain, sourced from collective farms, keeps the illusion alive. The corn binds workers to the state through hunger. In North Korea, men are assigned to the military or government jobs. Light industry is left to women. These women are mothers, wives, daughters. The corn they earn is measured in meals, not money. Their labor is survival, and the weight of that sack is the weight of their family's future. The act of earning a living becomes a daily struggle for sustenance. The corn is a symbol of a broken system, edible, but not empowering. Every month, they carry their salary on their backs, a heavy reminder of what's been lost. In North Korea's factories, survival is the only wage. In Hamhung, the woolen textile mill stands as a relic of better times. Its concrete walls are cracked, windows patched with plastic against the cold. Hundreds of women report for work each day, many following in the footsteps of their mothers and grandmothers. The workforce is almost entirely female, assigned here after middle school. The work is grueling, spinning, dyeing, weaving, done in poor conditions, with little safety and no heat in winter. Most women walk or cycle miles to reach the factory, since public transport is unreliable. They work from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., with only a short lunch break, usually just cornmeal porridge or potatoes from home. Attendance is mandatory. Not showing up is a political crime, tracked by party officials. Punishments for absence are harsh forced labor or loss of food rations. Despite the hardship, the women return day after day, trapped by the need for that sack of corn. The factory is less a workplace than a lifeline, binding them to the state and to each other. Their labor is invisible, but essential. In the cold, echoing halls, survival is a collective act. Once, a job at the Hamhung mill meant a cash salary and state rations, rice, oil, soap. That promise vanished after the economic collapse of the 1990s. Wages became irregular, then stopped. Coupons replaced cash, but stores were empty. Eventually, factories struck deals with local farms. Workers would be paid in corn. The amount varies, sometimes 20 kilograms, sometimes only 5. It depends on the factory's fortunes, not the workers' effort. Life became precarious. A family's meals depend on unpredictable grain deliveries. The factory is now a middleman in a state-run barter system. Labor is exchanged for corn, not choice. The corn can't be saved or invested, only eaten or traded for immediate needs. The dream of a cash wage is gone, replaced by the daily calculation of calories. The system keeps workers dependent, their futures uncertain. The promise of socialism has faded, leaving only the struggle to survive. Corn is North Korea's currency because it's what the country can produce. Rice is scarce, so corn fills the gap, grown on collective farms, taxed by the state, and funneled back to pay workers. This closed loop keeps the government from spending cash or risking inflation. The farm pays its tax in corn to the factory pays its workers in the same corn. For women, corn is more than food. It's a commodity for the jangmadang, the informal market. Some is kept for meals, but much is traded for essentials: salt, medicine, shoes. Selling corn is technically illegal, but often tolerated. After factory shifts, women become traders, haggling in the market, dodging security agents. The value of corn changes with the seasons, worth more in spring, less after harvest. Survival means mastering this barter economy, turning grain into everything a family needs. The corn is both sustenance and a lifeline to the outside world. Every transaction is a small act of resilience. Satellite images show the Hamhung mill barely alive. No smoke, empty yards, little movement. The factory's main function is no longer production, but social control. It keeps women officially employed, just enough activity to justify the corn payments. The bustling industry of the past is gone. Now the factory is a shell, a Potemkin village. Output is minimal, and a worker's pay is disconnected from her effort. The state isn't investing in repairs or upgrades. The buildings decay, the machinery rusts. The factory survives on a trickle of resources, a holding pen for a captive workforce. The connection between labor and reward is almost entirely symbolic. Women work hard, but their compensation is fixed by forces beyond their control. The factory's slow decay mirrors the collapse of the system itself. In Hamhung, the illusion of industry is maintained by the weight of a sack of corn. In North Korea, women bear a double burden: factory work for corn and unpaid labor at home. Men hold official jobs, but these rarely provide enough to live on. Women must provide for their families, working in factories and then trading in the market. After long days, they return home to cook, clean, and care for children and elders. Even the corn must be processed, ground, soaked, boiled, before it can be eaten. The cycle is endless, leaving little time for rest. The psychological toll is immense. Every decision is a trade-off between food, medicine, and survival. This system reinforces gender inequality, devaluing women's labor while making them the backbone of family survival. Their crucial role in the grassroots economy goes unrecognized by the state. The regime shifts the burden of survival onto women, maintaining order at their expense. In this system, women are both exploited and essential. The regime keeps factories open to maintain the illusion of a functioning economy and avoid unrest. Paying in corn, not cash, keeps workers dependent and preoccupied with daily survival. A worker paid in corn can't save, move, or gain independence. She's tethered to her needs. The system is designed to suppress dissent by keeping people hungry and busy. Yet these women's stories are not just about hardship. They are about resilience and ingenuity. They navigate barter markets, build support networks, and find ways to provide for their families. Their daily struggles are a quiet form of resistance, a refusal to give in to the state's failures. Understanding these stories is key to understanding North Korea. The world focuses on missiles and parades, but real life is found in the weight of corn and the determination of women in the market. These are the stories that reveal the true cost of the regime. Behind the headlines, millions live with courage and dignity. The strength of North Korean women is the country's hidden engine. Their survival is a testament to the power of quiet resistance.